Hey there, killer awesome truckers. We got a little something different here for trucker talk that we're going to be doing this week, and it is going to be a reaction video of something that I saw on Bonehead Truckers in regards to something that happened at a truck stop where one person backed into another and it was just a confrontation. I wanted to talk about it because it really kind of bothers me. Not as much as one of the other videos that I saw on that channel, and I might do a reaction to that one because it was involving Swift, and I didn't think Swift did anything wrong. But yeah, I want to go through and talk about this one just because it's just been nagging me. So let's go ahead and pull up this video. Some of you may already know what the video is. Okay, so right there, do you see how the truck kind of shook? Okay, so someone backed into him. All right, so let's keep going. Now, I am not sure why you would just honk your horn when something's behind you. I probably would have just gotten out and did a goal, you know, get out and look. Because when I was first watching this, I'm like, what's he doing? Is he honking to someone over here to the right? Is he honking to the truck that's in front of him? You know, what exactly is going on here? Okay, so take a look at the fender mirror over here in the left. There is someone that is right outside. And so I think what we're going to have to do is just rewind a little bit and bring up the audio so that way you can hear, because it sounds like he said, "Hey man, I'm sorry," but I'm not exactly sure. So let's see what we have.
Bro, it's a light tap. I don't know why the truck is parked so close behind me. You see the truck in front of me?
Okay, so the guy is saying, "Hey, you've parked so close behind me. Do you see the truck in front of me?" Not that that's an excuse, but you know.
Okay, did you not bother to think to ask? I didn't know if this guy was going to be leaving before you, because if you're parked here, it means he's parked before you. Why would I ask you when I'm sitting there parked? Why would I do that? To avoid hitting somebody. Why would I do that when I can't see you in my rear view? Well, then why didn't you get out and do a proper pre-trip before trying to leave? Do no proper pre-trip. You're supposed to do a pre-trip. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Hold on.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Well, yeah, we know what you did. You hit the guy's truck. You hit his trailer, actually.
You're supposed to do a pre-trip. You want to look at your truck, man, yes, I just got up here to the seat, so you got to give me a minute. Come on, man. Right, but I love how you don't think you have to do a pre-trip.
Okay, so for one, yes, you should be doing your pre-trip. I don't think you need to be lecturing someone about it, but you know, I'm not in that situation. I'm sure you know, sometimes, you know, things happen and you're like, man, I could have handled that, you know, a little differently. Yeah, he keeps going on about, well, if you had done a pre-trip, you would have seen me, which, you know, I agree, you know, but let's keep going.
You're the one who...
Dude's like getting really... Did you hear there towards the end? He's like, "You're the one who hit me." Hold on, let's go back.
Right, but I love how you don't think you have to do a pre-trip. You're the one who... So dude just hit...
See what I mean? Okay, so the guy is saying, all I did was tap it. That was it. He's not saying that, hey, I crushed the back of your trailer. And the comments on this video, they make some valid points. You know, it's like these trailers are designed to, you know, bump a dock, so they can take, you know, a little bit of a beating. unless you completely, ram into one. But if it's just a little tap, it's not really going to do much.
I'm just saying, bud, had you done a proper pre-trip, that would have required a walker.
That don't make no beans about nothing. If I get some damage, just tell me I get damage if you handle that. All that what you doing right now is, man, just look at you. I don't even got nothing to say to you, man. This ain't gonna end good for you.
What do you mean it's not going to end good for me? What do you mean it's not going to end good for me?
Just look at the damage. You see damage, man? If you don't see no damage, it ain't nothing to discuss. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so I can sort of understand, what he's saying. It's like, look, I just barely, tapped it. I mean, I guess that would be what along the lines of, I was walking and I kind of, stumbled and, hit the side of a truck or something like that because, there might have been a pebble, a rock or something, and I may have just lost my footing and, hit someone's truck and someone, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. It's like I didn't damage anything, but so I kind of see what where this other guy is coming from.
If I would have saw damage, I'd have just told you, look. Ain't no damage to your truck, man.
Okay, let's get it straight here. It's a trailer. All right, the truck's in the front.
Making a big thing out of nothing.
Yeah, I think he probably is making a big deal out of nothing. I mean, I'm not seeing any damage there.
This shit happens all the time, man. I don't know how long you've been out here. This shit happens all the time. People hit shit all the time.
Like that makes it all better. Like that makes it all better. So like, all the videos that we've seen of someone hitting someone's truck, damaging it or busting it, what I guess you just go to the person and say, "Hey man, this happens all the time." People get hit all the time. That's just how it is. No bothering to get out and look, taking a slow or maybe asking someone for help. No. Just go ahead and hit someone and then just say, "This is just how it is, man." It just people get hit all the time. Oh, yeah.
You don't hit nothing? You never hit nothing?
No.
All right, well then, okay, cool. You gonna hit something sometime. How long you been driving?
6 years.
All right, I've been driving for 18.
No, he hasn't. He has not been driving for no 18 years. That's like, I've been driving for 67 years and I've never had an accident. I bet you that's what this guy does. He's like, I've been driving for 18 years and I never hit nothing. Although he did hit this guy's, trailer. But he's probably going on like, like some type of super trucker. I've hit nothing. I've never had an accident. Well, buddy, you just hit this guy's trailer. So technically that is considered an accident because you accidentally hit the person's trailer. That's an accident. Okay? So, yes. All right. You have hit something. 18 years.
And how in 18 years do you know you're not supposed to do a pre-trip?
Who gives a fuck about what you telling me right now? That don't mean shit.
It's like, who cares about, about a pre-trip? Wow. That puts that gives me a whole lot of confidence in these drivers out there who could care less about doing their pre-trip.
If you'd done a pre-trip, this would have been avoidable.
So you're recording me now?
Yes.
So for what?
To put it on Bonehead Truckers, that's why.
Because I record all instances where somebody hits me.
Do you see any damage, man?
That's what I'm looking at here. Give me a second.
1. You've had your second. Yeah, I don't see any damage.
You don't see no damage? Ain't nothing to be recorded. Ain't no damage?
I don't work in the shop.
Okay, so some people were making some comments about that part. Like, what do you mean you don't work in the shop? You should be able to look at your trailer and clearly see that there's no damage to it. And now I know what he's saying, that drivers are not mechanics. Okay, unless you have a Peterbilt, then you're working on your own truck. At least that's what I've been told. Okay. People with Peterbilts work on their own trucks, so they're their own mechanics. unless it's something that's like way, like changing an engine or something. But yeah, so I understand where this guy's coming from. He's like, hey, I'm just a driver. I'm not a mechanic. I go around, you do your pre-trip and stuff like that, but there are things that mechanics will see that a driver will not see. So I get it. I know what this guy is saying. And he's just covering his butt so that way this doesn't fall back on him, saying, hey, this wasn't here before. How come you didn't report it?
Go to the shop sometime in the next week, because this is going right back to our terminal.
That's fine.
And if they look at it and go, hey, this right here, or hey, this right here.
Okay, at this point, he should probably just shut up, take the video, do what you need to do, take the video, and then go. I mean, I understand what he's doing, but he's kind of going into Karen territory right now.
Give me a minute. You hit me. You got to remember that.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
Like I was saying, shut up, take the video, and move along. You're wasting time now is what you're doing.
I bumped into you.
It's a hit. It's an impact.
No, he just bumped into him. It was just that's it. It wasn't like wham. It was just he backed and he just bumped into him. So yeah, he just bumped into him. No, it's a hit. Well, okay, yeah, it's a hit. It's not a crash. I mean, I got problems on both sides of this. I mean, this could have been handled obviously a lot better from both sides. The one guy could stop being a Karen. The other one could be like, look, I'm sorry. I bumped into your, or hit the back of your trailer. I don't see any damage. And if the guy's like, well, I need to record and stuff because of my company, sure, man, go right ahead, do what you need to do.
No matter how much small the contact, it was still a contact.
Go ahead, man. You got a lot.
I'm just saying, if my terminal says that something was damaged,
The terminal can't tell you nothing you don't see right now.
Well, no, actually they could. Like I said, mechanics are going to see things that, drivers are not going to see. I was going to say, especially if this is a new driver, but wait, no, he's been out there for 6 years, while our buddy, our buddy on the other side's been there for 18 years. 18 years. So we'll give them nicknames. We'll call the one guy 6 and the other guy 18.
I'm not working in the shop, driver.
I really hate that. It almost sounds like an insult when you refer to someone else. Well, driver, okay, driver. Does that not sound like an insult to you? I mean, when you are talking to a stranger, do you just call him driver? I mean, what am I going to do? Go into the office and say, hey, driver. I mean, they drive a vehicle, right, to get there to work. So what do I do? Just call everyone driver? I mean, does that not sound a little insulting? Maybe you could say, hey, sir, I'm sorry. That's a bit more polite than driver. I don't know. It just seems insulting to me. I don't refer to people as driver because it just seems derogatory to me. But I don't know. What do you think?
That's some bullshit right there. That's bullshit.
Okay, so I think I have a feeling that he probably was a little offended by that driver.
You can see right now what the is going on. What you mean you're not working in the shop?
Like he's saying, he's not working in the shop. I mean, is he in the shop right now? No. Is he a mechanic? No. He's a driver. He's a big time truck driver.
I don't work in the shop.
6 is getting kind of angry.
In the damage on your trailer.
Just because I don't see any damage doesn't mean they don't.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of what I was saying before. You know, I mean, I would think that in 8 years of driving, you're probably going to pick up on a lot of things. As far as, I mean, he's kind of talking like he's a new driver, not a driver that's been out there for 8 years. I mean, I've only driven for 2, and I wouldn't go through this. I mean, I probably would say, oh, here, let me just take some pictures or some video just to be on the safe side, and, you know, and go. I mean, I wouldn't go through all this. So, I mean, this guy's acting like he's a new... I don't know. What do you think he's... I mean, he's acting like he's a new driver. You know, like he's all scared. Oh, I got to do this and this and that and that. But, I mean, driving after 8 years, wouldn't you kind of know? I don't know.
So let me take my video.
Dude needs to calm down. Like I said, shut up. Don't say what you got to do. Just shut up. Do it. That's why the other guy's getting angry, man.
Let me get your truck information on video.
Okay, that right there. The way he's saying that also sounds a little Karen-ish. Yes, you should probably get the guy's information, but you, like I said, you can handle this a little bit better.
And that'll be the end of it.
Hey, man, what you gotta do?
See, there you go. The other guy is saying, hey man, just do what you got to do. But it doesn't end there, does it?
I'm gonna get my camera.
He says, I'm going to go get my camera. Okay, so he probably shouldn't have said that.
Stroke them just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's just a little bit, but the thing is that, I mean, like, was that done or was that there before? I mean, seriously, I mean, do you really look that closely at your trailer? I mean, I never did. I mean, yeah, I would go around and look for, you know, major things that there might be something wrong with. Did I go through there with a magnifying glass looking for every little dent? No. I mean, besides, the Swift trailers are usually pretty banged up. Now, I wonder why. It wasn't me.
All I'm doing is recording, driver.
Okay, there we go again. See what I mean? Does that not sound derogatory to you? When someone uses the term driver, it is just nails on a chalkboard for me. It really is. I don't know, maybe it doesn't bother some people. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't bother some people. But it sure as hell bothers me. It just sounds like an insult. And I guess it depends upon how you say it, too. You know, if you're kind of coming up to someone and say, hey, driver, how are you doing today? Well, that doesn't really sound derogatory, now does it? But if you're like, you hit me, driver, well, now that sounds like an insult.
Saying I'm making something big. Well, congratulations, driver. You're the one that backed into me. Or make sure you get
Once again, shut up. Take your video and go. Oh my freaking word. Did you hear him? 18 called 6 driver. I think he was a little pissed off by that comment. Driver. Look at something else though. Look at something else on this video. They are not in a parking spot. Okay? It's a make a spot. He made a spot and he made a spot. They both made a spot. Does he drive for Martin? That looks like a Martin trailer. I don't know. But yeah, they both made a spot. Now, we've talked about making a spot on this channel. I kind of poke fun at it a little bit because I think there are quite a few drivers out there, that don't they don't pre-trip, they don't trip plan, They just drive until their hours are almost out, and then they go try to find a spot. And if they can't find a spot, they make a spot. And they rinse and repeat the next day. And when I was a new driver during my first 6 months, I thought that's what you were supposed to do. And I got so stressed out trying to do it that way. And then I learned a better way. Plan your trip. Plan how your drive is going to go. Plan where you're going to be shutting down. Don't come up with just one place, come up with 3 of them. Have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. When I started doing that, things were a lot better on the road. They were not so stressful. And this guy is probably stressed out. If he's parked here in a make it spot area, that means he had a late night and is probably stressed, which is probably the reason why he's acting the way he's acting. So, I mean, maybe he was woken up. I don't know. Or maybe he was getting ready to go. I don't know. So there could be some underlying stuff going on here as far as why he's acting the way he's acting. I get it, especially if you're just having one crappy week, in trucking with everything going on. It just, all the little stuff just keeps adding up. And then it's just like one little bump and it's like the end of the world.
So let me get this straight. You run into me. I want to do proper, thorough video of the situation. And suddenly, hold on. And suddenly I'm making a big deal because I just want video.
Yeah, at this point you are making a big deal about it because you keep rambling on about it. Okay? There's only one person that's allowed to ramble, and that's me. I even have a show called Shep Rambles, and I have yet to put it I've yet to bring the new season up for this year. The year is almost halfway over. I need to get busy with that, but some of you have already noticed that I do tend to ramble on a little too much. So, like I said, I'm the only one that's allowed to ramble, okay? So...
Okay, so I'm just trying to clarify that you're saying that you are professionally, that you're not going to write down an incident involving an impact.
We're going to exchange information.
But that information is not going to include his testimony of damages.
I'm not writing into you, buddy. So what?
I'm just trying to make sure that...
I'm telling you I back into you, man.
Yes, but he's not going to put...
Right
He's
not
saying he's going to put that in the official
It
report.
doesn't really matter. You got it on
It
camera.
doesn't mean... It doesn't...
You got me on...
Okay, so... Yeah, now apparently he called a police officer out there to try to make a big deal about it, and the police officer is saying there's really nothing here for me to write a report on. Anyways, that's pretty much the video right there. Like I said, my thoughts on the subject, yeah, I think he needed to go out and, just as a precaution, take a video and all that other stuff. But he didn't need to carry on the way that he was carrying on. And the other guy, Mr. 18, he probably could have cooled it down a little bit too, since he's in a make-a spot, so he probably had a late night too. Oh, anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments about what you're seeing on here. Really curious to see what you think. Other than that, thanks for watching. We'll see you on another truck video real soon. Have a killer, awesome day.